So today is March 5th and I have officially accepted a job position. Okay, part 2. I love my job and I haven't even started it. Oh my gosh, I just feel so much gratitude. Life post-grad for me was lonely, uncomfortable, and terrifying. In college, I had such a supportive community and I made so many beautiful connections. Now I have to face the reality of being an adult as a first-generation Latina graduate. I am trying to navigate this new chapter in my life where I finally get to pursue my dreams and work towards a better life for my mother, brother, and I. Each day, I want to strive to make little me proud of the resilient and determined woman that I'm becoming. So let's start from the beginning of my post-grad experience. I graduated from college receiving a bachelor's degree in communication with the hopes of one day becoming a journalist. The first task I had to complete before applying to jobs was creating a portfolio that displayed all of the projects and work I had done over the course of 4 years. I was extremely blessed to have my professors and mentors provide me guidance with creating my resume and portfolio. Given my circumstances, I had to apply to a temporary job that could help me earn some financial income. So for 3 weeks, I worked at Moe's restaurant, and then I quit because I did not enjoy working there. I then went back to my previous job at Dunkin' Donuts. Throughout the following months, I was trying to have organization in my life and a steady schedule to help me feel motivated as I applied to jobs in the field of interest. Hi everyone, it's June 2nd and today I was at Starbucks just doing some work and trying to look for jobs and apply and whatnot and also work on my portfolio. So I'm currently in that process that I have to work on my portfolio, which is very intimidating and scary because I don't know, it's just nerve-wracking. One thing I do want to mention and just be honest with you is that imposter syndrome is very, very real. Like, the way that I just doubt myself in the process is terrifying. I don't know, I just feel like when I look at the job descriptions and I see what they have and all the things that I should have and I don't have, it's a little nerve-wracking, to be completely honest with you. So kind of doubting my abilities, doubting my potential, but I want to be transparent because, again, these are videos that I'll be able to look back, and hopefully when I look back at these, I'll be like, you were stressing about job applications, and here you are, you have a job position. So I hope that that's the case, but it is terrifying. The thoughts, man, the anxiety that you get just looking at the job descriptions and thinking that you might not 100% qualify, or like out of all the people applying, like why are they going to choose you? So definitely I'm in my head a lot and I'm trying to combat all these thoughts. I'm trying to be positive and optimistic, but it is very, very difficult because, again, this is a new journey. This is a new change for me. So I'm just adjusting to what that is like, and yeah, it's a little bit intimidating, but I do hope that I just am more consistent with it because I feel like I have not been consistent looking for jobs, like, at all. And every time that I do, I get scared and I panic and I avoid it, and instead I kind of watch Netflix to run away from my problems. But this is something that I have to navigate and deal with soon. So I think reality has finally hit, and I will try my best to be more consistent with that process. Another thing that's also a bit of a struggle right now is that I do need income, so I don't have a job right now. So hopefully I also get a job just for right now, just for money. So I'm going to try to apply to like retail and Dunkin' Donuts, probably from a different location, because I need money. And I think that's going to also help me a lot, just feeling less stressed out, because the financial situation is definitely affecting me. But yeah, there's just a lot. I think I've rambled a lot. My head is not in the right place, which is why I'm probably just jumbling my words. But I'll keep you guys posted. hit this guy. Hi everyone. It's so unfortunate because I have not updated you in a while on what's been going on in my life. And let's just say that my life has been a roller coaster, from bad moments to finally seeing some glimmer of hope on this path that I'm in. Post-grad life has been intense, and even though it has only been like 2 months since I've graduated, I swear it has been like so much has happened, literally and also just mentally and emotionally in my life. Fast forward to where I'm currently speaking to you right now. Things have finally looked up for me, and I'm actually feeling very hopeful and determined, and I have missed this side of me since forever. So I just wanted to share that positivity because I just finished my first job interview and I feel super hopeful about it, and I honestly really want that position, and I am claiming that I have gotten that position. So hopefully next time that I record, it's because I've accepted it and because my future is going to begin in Washington State. So get ready. Hey guys, please excuse the mess in the background, but also I just came back from work and was kind of laying in bed, so if I look the way that I do, you know why. But today is August 16th, and I was just notified by that news company that I was really excited about that I did not get the position, which is unfortunate. Obviously, no one wants to hear that they weren't chosen. How am I feeling? Honestly, a little sad, but also I feel like I'm trying not to dwell on the sadness or the negative, because everything happens for a reason. And although I really liked the company and what they stand for, I think they're just, I don't know, you could tell that they have a really positive energy. You could tell that the location that it's in is beautiful, and everything just honestly seems great about that place. But I think when I first heard about it, the idea of it was amazing, because I'm I'm gonna start new and I can't wait. But the reality is it's a lot more complicated than what it seems, and the job was in Washington State and I live in New York, so that is across the country, and it's a big move, a big change, and it would be literally my mom, my brother, and I moving to that new state. So the adjustment would be intense, it really would. So a little bit about the process. The director took a while to really let me know if I had gotten the position or not. It was something that was kind of I'll tell you. I felt affirmed, and the director mentioned a lot of positive things towards me that I really appreciated, and I think we really connected well. And I think she was genuine, honestly. But the more that the decision was taking a long time, the more I started to accept the fact that it might not be a reality. I was starting to doubt that I was going to get this position. And I think it kind of helped because I already kind of made up my own mind on the final decision, and I kind of made peace with that. So now that it actually had been confirmed, I think it hurts a little less, because I had already I kind of saw it coming at that point. So not to be a negative Nancy or anything like that. Obviously, in the beginning, you can even see in the first clips, I was really affirming it and doing law of attraction, you name it. I was really hoping that this would be it. But just with time, that silence, I think, spoke a lot, and it really just showed me it might not be for you. And even her last email was really sweet. I mean, she said there really was something special about me. I don't know. But yeah, so life happens and things happen, and this is one of those things. I'm really grateful for the experience. I loved it. This is the first job in the field that I'm interested in, that I even had an interview for and got my hopes up for it. So it was kind of nice because it just gives me hope that there is a chance that, who knows, maybe I'll find another company that I have a similar situation with. So yeah, I think that was really nice, and I'm really grateful for that opportunity and the experience. And for now, what am I gonna do? Well, currently I work at Dunkin' Donuts, so I think I'm gonna be there for a while until an opportunity comes, and I have to go back into the job searching process, which is not that fun. I do not like applying to jobs just because it really is tedious, and it's kind of nerve-wracking. I don't know why, but yeah, so I just wanted to update you guys on that final decision, because today I finally found out what the result was, and I'm trusting that there is a better purpose for this entire experience. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. There are many lessons I learned during this time period in my life. One of the biggest things I was learning is having a better understanding of who I am as a person, my areas of improvement and my areas of strengths. I self-reflected a lot during my post-grad journey. Sometimes I was motivating myself, and other times I was really beating myself up. There were highs and very low moments. I was constantly feeling lost on what my purpose in this world was. I must say, having connections with my friends, coworkers, and customers truly helped me find a purpose in my life. The regular customers at Dunkin' truly helped me mentally during this time. I was fostering such beautiful connections with complete strangers. Those were the small moments in life that I really valued. It is September 21st, and there was a job fair for Long Island, in Long Island, and I was very excited, and I came just to see what it was about. And I'm feeling a bit discouraged just because a lot of the companies that were there are not necessarily like companies that I'm interested in. I did converse with a lot of people and smiled, because like it's still a wonderful opportunity just to even practice speaking to people and being in a setting like that. Like that is still a great experience. I'm thankful that I had that, but it's just hard, like it's almost going to be 6 months post-grad and I still haven't really found an opportunity yet. And yeah, I don't know, it was just interesting to say the least, but at least I showed up and I tried, and I'll keep you guys posted. I just came back from the event in New York City, which was basically a networking event, and it was worth it. I paid $100 for it, and it was so worth it. It was just awesome, like being in a space of other people who are aspiring journalists who want to pursue that career or who recently graduated, and then also seeing professionals that are out in the field, and then getting to network with people who work in well-known industries, whether it's like a radio station or a TV station. It's just really awesome, and I don't know, it's just a reminder of why I want to pursue this. Like, yeah, it sucks that I haven't gotten like an opportunity yet, but like if I had gotten a job recently, then I wouldn't be doing the things that I'm doing now, and it's kind of fun. Like, this is part of the process. So it's been a lovely day with my best friend, my mom, New York City. So we'll see what happens, guys, but it was a really good day. It was worth it. The day is amazing. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Been a while since I've had kind of a deep conversation with you guys, so that is exactly what I'm gonna do before my brother arrives from school. So what's been going on with my life? I have not been making podcast episodes, to be completely honest. I've just not been feeling motivated to do so. I feel like I get anxious the idea of doing it, and I think it's just because I'm kind of in this weird area or moment in my life where I'm really trying to heal and just think, and that's been hard because I kind of just want to be alone. I don't want to really focus on what's going on in the world, in the sense that I don't want to be on social media. Like, the only social media I actually enjoy is TikTok, because
I just get to hear people being honest, and Instagram just doesn't feel that way. It brings me anxiety, to be completely honest with you. And it's hard because journalism is what I want to pursue. And so if you're in the field of journalism, you need to be comfortable with social media. But I just think that there's so much pain that I've been feeling and so much that I'm going through. It's requiring a lot of time for me to just think and reflect on and just be by myself. And it's hard because there are people who I think want to be my friends, but or people who have been reaching out, and it's just like I love them and I care for them, but right now I just want to do me. I don't really want to focus on explaining myself to people, and that's, I don't even know if that's normal, but it's been hard where people kind of ask me like, how are you, or what's going on with your life. And even at my job, I feel like a lot of people ask me like, okay, you graduated college, like what's next, like have you heard from jobs. And all of that just, it overstimulates me. It's overwhelming, and it just makes me want to not talk about myself. I don't want to talk about it. I want to deal with this alone. And I do think that there's shame placed onto people because of their current circumstance. And so I don't feel like I have to over explain myself, and I definitely don't have the energy to do so. So it's been hard in that sense because as a friend, you're supposed to also be there for the other person. But I'm really going towards this weird funk in my life where I just want to isolate and just process things. And I'm not like sad. I mean, there's days where I have bad days, right? There's days where I feel so disappointed with my life and I feel like a huge failure. And there are days where I'm happy and content, but the majority of time I just want to be alone. I just want to exist. I don't want to have, I don't know, it's so weird. It's so weird, and it truly makes me feel like a bad human being at times. But then again, you only have one life, you know what I mean? So like you have to make yourself happy. But yeah, so that's been hard because I just feel like some people that are not that close to me don't understand that, but they kind of are like friends. It's this weird situation. So that's kind of something that I've been thinking a lot, is I feel guilty for not responding to people, but at the same time I just am going through something right now. I don't know what it is, but it is something. I haven't given up, but I have not been applying to jobs actively. I really haven't. And you know, I think it was the fact that I was working a lot of days at Dunkin' Donuts and I was really busy, but it's also because I just didn't feel motivated to do so. You know, there are times where I feel kind of just stuck in life. My faith has been struggling ever since I graduated, literally. And it's hard to talk about it because I do believe in God, I do believe in Jesus, and I do believe that there have been signs that God has given me to demonstrate to me that it's going to be okay. But my patience is so low right now, and I don't know what it is. I'm finding it really hard to hold on to my faith. Not in the sense that I don't believe in him, it's just I don't go to him. I just kind of exist and feel like I have to deal with things on my own. Kind of makes me emotional to even talk about it because I don't know what I've been going through exactly. All I know is that I'm hurting. That's the best way I can describe it, is I'm hurting from something. From the change in my life to this uncertainty that I have because I don't know what the future holds. And it's been hard. It really has been. I'm trying to push myself to make podcast episodes. I really do want to, but it's taking a lot of my energy to just the idea of even posting them. So it's been hard in that sense. I don't even know if I'm making sense. This is just me talking to myself and ranting, by the way. So if what I'm saying doesn't make sense, just it's me trying to let out all my thoughts into a space where I feel safe. But yeah, like, I think I'm in pain and I'm hurting because to me, success is having the career that I've dreamt of, or having a career that allows me to have stability in my life. And it all factors down to the socioeconomic status. If you live in a lower socioeconomic status, it will affect you mentally. And although I love, like, I'm from the lower socioeconomic status, like, although I love how I've decorated, you know, the room that my mom, my brother, and I live in, I love that. I love it so much. It's cute. But that's still hard for the three of us to live together. It's still hard for us sometimes when we had to pay the rent and we know that do we have enough to pay for rent? You know what I mean? Like, that kind of struggle still exists. The fact that, you know, you see online people my age having their own homes, and that isn't my circumstance, it is hard not to compare. And it is hard not to feel like a failure. When I see people my age that are thriving and succeeding and have an idea of what their career is, and I have no clue, what the hell am I doing in this earth? I have none clue. There was a point in my life, especially in college, where I knew what I was meant to do in this earth. And I knew I had a purpose. And I feel like I've lost that. I feel like now I just exist. Trying not to cry, not to cry. I did my makeup and it looks nice. Don't cry. Oh Lord, I don't want to cry. Oh, yep, the tears are coming. Oh yeah, they're coming. I don't want to cry. Okay, but yeah, what I was saying is, I feel like I do just exist. You know, I work at Dunkin'. Even then, I feel like when I talk to my coworkers, sometimes it makes me feel less than them. Because, you know, I have a coworker and they just started college and they're saying how they want to leave Dunkin' because they feel like they're kind of better than that situation. And then I question myself and my actions, and I'm like, is it wrong that I'm someone who has a diploma and is working at Dunkin' Donuts? Like, is that a bad thing? Perhaps. You know, I think I've been afraid to apply to jobs that I wouldn't be interested in because I feel like I would be miserable. Like, I feel like for me, I have to enjoy the space that I'm in. And I don't know if for me it would be fun to just kind of work in an office that deals, I don't know, like, or be like working for a dentist or something. I just don't know if I would enjoy that. Dunkin', it's not that I enjoy it. I think it's just like a fun job. Like, it's not something that I have to take too seriously. It's not something that, actually I do take it seriously at times, but it's not something that like is a big deal. And that's kind of why I like it, because it's chill. But am I holding myself back for doing that? I don't know. I feel like I've applied to jobs that I felt like I was capable of getting, and I still didn't get it, or I still haven't heard from it. And then I've also applied to jobs that I think are kind of a reach, but I want to get it. So it's hard. You know what I mean? It really, really is hard because the future is so unclear. And so you kind of have to sit with the present, but being in the present, you might not enjoy it so much. And sometimes I feel like I'm being ungrateful. You know what I mean? I have so many thoughts and I'm constantly going back and forth. Like, sometimes I'm so mean towards myself and just so ungrateful for my life, and it's so bad. And then sometimes I feel positive. And I feel like today I woke up with the mindset of like, I have to just start affirming things. But even that takes a lot of work. Like, doing positive affirmations is hard. It's hard when you don't believe it. It's hard when you just feel like forced and I just want to be angry and I can't be angry because there's no time for that, and that's not going to solve anything. And I know that there are people in worse circumstances than me, you know what I mean? So it's really hard because I'm very self-aware and I just feel lost, feel confused. Sometimes I feel hopeless. Sometimes I question, like, what is my point in this world? Like, what is God's goal for me? They say that you have to be patient because God is already planning big things for you, but why is it so hard to trust him? And that's why I'm not going to be blessed. Like, that's another thing too. Like, I wonder, why is God not, showing me, like, why is not anything happening in my life? How is God gonna bless me if I don't trust him? I don't trust him, because if I did, I wouldn't have doubt. Yeah, I do. I don't think it's that yeah, it's not really necessarily that I don't trust him. It's more of a question of, am I capable of doing it? I don't know.
Spending so many hours a week to apply to jobs only to not hear back from the majority or just get an automatic rejection email was extremely discouraging. The hardest part was having patience throughout this entire time while also trying to give yourself some grace. At times, I questioned my value as a candidate and whether anyone was going to give me a chance. Were my dreams ever going to become a reality? Was I naive? All this negative self-talk and self-pity was really getting tiring. I decided that I needed to take action and work on my mind. Pray, believe, and manifest. Then finally, my life was no longer stagnant and there was some movement. January is ending and February is about to begin, and there has been a lot of progress and a lot of amazing things that have happened in the beginning of this new year. And the two things that I'm currently waiting on is to know which job opportunity I will be having, because I have a gut feeling that like in February, it's going to be the month of transition and a month of so much prosperity and beautiful opportunities coming my way. I'm just excited because I'm just like, all right, I'm ready to do this. Like, let's see what's going to happen. Same thing with the job process. Like these two job opportunities that I have, I am just ready for the next steps, because each one of them, like for one of them, I still need to do the first interview, but I was highly encouraged to apply to the job. So wink, wink, you know what that means? Like there's a high possibility that I may have that opportunity. And then for the other job opportunity, I already had the interview and it went really well, and now I'm just waiting for a response. So both have their pros, and actually there's no cons to either of the jobs. They both have their strengths, and I'm extremely excited to see which job opportunity God will guide me towards and which job opportunity God wants me to have in my life. And that is exciting because if I get a job like in the month of February, let's say, sooner or later I'm going to be able to buy an apartment. So there's just a lot of hope, a lot of exciting things. Super blessed that for the month of February, for now, I have a lot of days where I'm working not only in Dunkin' Donuts, but also babysitting. And the kids apparently love me, which is just awesome. Like, I just feel really blessed to have two incomes and to be able to have a job. And I've just been really busy, and it's been nice, and I like it. So this is my outfit for today. Just a nice black sweater and sweatpants, because I always want to be comfortable in their house. Sometimes the kids and I play soccer, so I have to be wearing comfy clothes. So I'm about to go and babysit kids. I'm probably going to bring a book to read, because since it's a weekday, they're going to do homework, and usually when they do homework, I just feel bored and I don't want to be on my phone. So I'm gonna take a book to read. Hey guys, so I'm currently outside of the location of where my interview / office would be if I do get the job opportunity. We are across from it. We are outside of the CVS parking lot. Today is a rainy, gloomy day, but that does not mean anything. I actually love these days because it means peace and it means like a cleanse. So yeah, I have my little outfit on, my little suit, which is very tight by the way, but I'm only wearing this as like my jacket because I don't have like a professional jacket, if you will. And yeah, so I ended up still choosing this hairstyle, and I'm just currently sitting at the parking lot. It's 10:23 a.m. and the interview is at 11 a.m. So I think at 10:50 I'm going to head to the actual location. And I am feeling a little nervous, and I do believe that nerves are totally normal for moments like these. So my hands are cold and sweaty. I don't have too many butterflies in my stomach, but I do have a little bit of adrenaline kind of around my body. I drank a decaf coffee, but I didn't even drink it all the way because it makes me a little like jittery and nervous, so I did not want to try it. So I'm just calm right now. I'm gonna just maybe meditate a little and listen to some affirmations so that by the time I get there, I have a calming presence. Hey guys, so I just came back from the interview and I'm going to be fully transparent. It was such a difficult time. It was such a difficult interview. Mainly because the person that was like the director, I guess you could call it, of the position, they were very serious with me and very stern, and they made direct eye contact with me, and there was no facial expressions, and I couldn't read the energy, but all I knew is that I felt very uncomfortable. And the one person who just made me feel comfortable and was so like nice and more friendlier was the girl that I had an interview with prior. So it was very nerve-wracking in the moment, because the moment I felt that energy, I was definitely intimidated and I felt really uncomfortable and I felt very scared. And anytime you've ever been in a situation that you just feel like really scared or nervous about, like, I don't know about you guys, but my face gets so red. Like I could feel the heat in my cheeks. Like that's how bad it was. I tried my best to answer the questions the best of my ability. I tried to show my bubbly and friendly personality. They definitely asked really good questions, and some of them were really hard. I just felt so shocked, I feel like, during the interview. I was not prepared for that kind of reaction, and I didn't know what to expect. And then even after that, I had my exam, which was like writing an email and then doing a social media posting for them. And even then, I just felt so confused and nervous and just, I don't know, I really struggled writing an email. Like I've never struggled that much writing an email like I did in that moment. But now I just wait for the response, and trusting the process, trusting the universe, trusting God. I'm thankful that I have another job opportunity that I still have to interview for. So it just makes things a little bit easier in the sense that I know that one of these two jobs are going to accept me. I just know that. That's a fact. But it doesn't eliminate the fact that this job is more close to what I want to do in the future, and it's just like helpful in every sense of the word. But yes, I am a little intimidated. I was very intimidated. I felt very scared in the moment. Even after the fact, like after I left and I was telling my mom how it went, I literally wanted to cry. I didn't cry, but I do have those emotions of just like crying. And I think it's just because it was such an intense environment that I was holding it all in, and I was trying my best to answer your questions correctly, come across, good and nice. But at the end of the day, I have no control over that. So we will see what happens. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys because this is the reality of post-grad life. And yeah, another thing that this also makes me think of that I want to share really quickly is, I don't know if it's imposter syndrome, or I don't know if it's real, but I've always also doubted if I am knowledgeable on certain things. And I don't know why. I've always had that. Like I've always second guessed and questioned, am I actually smart? Do I actually know this? And it could be imposter syndrome, but that is something that I find myself being nervous about right now. It's just feeling like, if I want to do journalism, like, am I actually ready for it? Do I actually have what it takes? Because right now, I was shaking. I was so scared. So I don't know, guys, but I'll keep you posted. And then right now also, not right now, but very soon, I will go and babysit kids. So we'll see how that goes. Well, bye guys. Hey guys, how were you? The last time that I was speaking with you here was actually after my interview for the other position that I had applied to. And remember how I told you guys that it was such an intimidating and scary interview? Well, I just had another job interview for another job position. This one requires me to be an admissions counselor for a university. What I like about the position, even though it's like admissions, is the fact that I specifically help out with students who are underrepresented, first generation students. So that's kind of like my targeted group of students that I would be communicating with. And one of the things that I'm really passionate about, and I've mentioned this in the past, is I do not like injustices. I would love for everything to be equitable and fair for everyone. So having an opportunity to encourage other young individuals to achieve their dreams and excel with their potential is something that I can see myself doing. It's something that makes me happy, that makes me feel like I have a purpose. I love guiding and mentoring others. I love uplifting others because I know that everybody has a story, because I know that every person has their own family that they maybe want to help out, or their own dreams that they want to achieve. So it's one of those things that I just really love to talk about and really am passionate about. So the interview just went so well. Granted, I already know the director of the position, but not even that. There was 2 other people that were in the interview because they're also my team members, and just the energy of the entire interview was so nice and welcoming, and they all seemed happy with my responses. I just didn't feel like I had to try too hard. Not in a way where it's like, oh my gosh, it was a piece of cake. No. I mean in the sense that I just felt natural. I didn't feel like there was any tension. I didn't feel like I had to fake anything. I was just me, and I felt like me was good enough for this role. And that's a really beautiful feeling, because the truth of the matter is, and I was just having a conversation with my mom, yeah, you can have a job that can challenge you and whatnot, because everybody wants to be challenged. But at the end of the day, also, like, this job would challenge me too, because I would still be able to communicate, and I have to reach out to parents, counselors from high schools. Like, I still have to do things out of my comfort zone. But I think there's a difference between being challenged, right, and wanting to be in a space where you know that they're going to push you, and then also being in an environment where you genuinely feel uncomfortable. I genuinely think those are 2 different things that just you can't compare. And in the interview for the other position, I did not feel comfortable, and I think that says a lot to an environment. And I don't know, I just got to go with my gut. My gut has already made the decision for me. But now it's just up to God to guide me towards that right path. And obviously I still have to wait for a response. I won't know until like next week if I move forward to the next like process of the interview, or if I even get the job. So we'll see what happens, but I did want to update you guys on that because it's a big deal. So yeah, so I'll explain to you in just a bit what's gonna happen. Hopefully I get a job position soon. Crossing my fingers, guys. But yeah, it went really well. I'm really thankful and really excited to just get a job that pays well, you know? Talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.
So, I don't even know where I left off, but basically from the first job position that I had applied to, I got an email back, and basically I got a different position. I don't know if that position already existed or if it was created because they saw something in me, but the director of the office had told me that they really liked my energy and they really liked me as a candidate and think that my skills and experience could help their office, and that I also could learn more and grow and develop in their office through this position. So I basically would be an executive assistant of communication for the office. So yeah, that opportunity would be hybrid, so it'd be flexible, and it makes me excited because, I mean, when I was explaining to you guys like the journey of it, it was like they gave me a call after I had already done the interview because I had made some mistakes. So they gave me a chance then, and now they're giving me another chance where it's like, no, you don't necessarily qualify for this position, but there's still something in you that is worth investing in, worth learning more about, and we would like for you to be a part of our team. So that is a huge opportunity, and it is a beautiful blessing. And I mean, it feels surreal for me to even have gotten essentially a position in the office, just because I felt so discouraged after the interview just because of how it went, or at least from my perspective, everything felt a lot more intimidating and more nerve-wracking than it actually was. So because of that, I feel like I kind of subconsciously had already made up my mind in choosing the other position, because in my head I was already rejected from the first one. So kind of interesting, the psychological process of how my mind kind of chose to protect my little heart from bad news, which ended up actually not really being bad news. It was really good news. I told you guys that next week I also have an interview for the position of the Office of Admissions. So I really feel like I'm kind of in a beautiful dilemma, because the fact that I'm in a point where I get to choose from two jobs. Guys, a couple of months ago, I couldn't even get a no, like an actual no from a company. Instead, I was getting like robotic emails, and that journey was so discouraging, because there were moments where I just literally felt like, when am I gonna reach the moment that I'm currently in right now? Because it felt so painful and just so overwhelming. Like, I just couldn't even see any positive outlook. I couldn't even see a possibility of me gaining a great opportunity. And it's really, really sad to think about. When I got the call from that first job tonight, I literally like spoke with my mom, and we got emotional and we cried, because after I graduated college, I was working at Moe's, and I have never been so miserable in my life than in that moment. I don't know what I was going through, because granted, it was only literally like a month or like weeks after graduation, but something in my mindset changed where I just felt so pessimistic and just so discouraged in life. And I would go to work every single day questioning if this was going to be my fate. And I think I was just really terrified, because as a daughter of an immigrant parent, my mom became a citizen, but I'm saying that she did come to this country with the perspective of, I want my daughter to succeed. I want my kids to have a better education than they would in my country. And being that first one in my immediate family to go to college, and just being the oldest sibling, like, there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. So the fact that I even have gotten into the point of going to college, it was a huge deal for me, a huge deal for my family and I. So there's so much that is always on my mind, and as a perfectionist, my way of processing information is a lot more different than, I guess, other people may experience. I'm really hard on myself, and that is something that I have been trying my best to work towards. So with all that being said, it's just unbelievable that I finally have gotten into this point where I even have a chance to choose, that I have options, and that they both were interested in me. And I just can't even believe it. So things are getting real. The pay for the first job is not as much as the second job. Both jobs interest me, and I think both jobs are amazing, but I don't know what decision to make. And so I called my best friend literally after I was trying to make a video, but then I texted her and I told her about it, and she gave me some great advice, and I just we cried as well, me being the emotional person that I am, but we cried just because I don't even know, I don't have the right words, I can't even communicate things properly right now, but it's just you can't see the beauty when you are so blindsided by your own self-doubt and worries and fears. And one of my biggest problems that I need to work in terms of myself is trusting God and the process. I have a really hard time letting go and trusting that everything's gonna be okay. I have a really hard time not being in control. If the fact that I can't be in control worries me and stresses me out. And I've experienced that when I was working on my documentary podcast. So many nights of me crying and just so scared because I didn't know how this was going to be. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I didn't even know anything. that's the thing that is so incredible to me, is just like, for me and my life and the journey that I've been, things have not been easy. There are some people that will get an opportunity in 3 seconds. Obviously not 3 seconds, but some people get opportunities really quick. That has never been the case for me. For me, it has always been such a trial and error. I have always received rejections or have gone through a lengthy process. And a lot of the times the process has been hard because of my self-doubt and just like the fact that I am basically resisting what's meant to be, if that makes sense. Like, I'm already in this path and I still resist and go backwards instead of going forward. So that's always been my biggest challenge in life, is myself. So I've always been in my own way, and that's why things I feel like are always longer for me, because I still always have things to develop and I still don't fully trust or let myself go. But yeah, there's so many thoughts that I have. I have to journal right now. I have to pray. I have to get ready for bed because I work tomorrow morning. But this is a powerful moment right now in my life, and this is the beginning of my journey in just being an adult and finally receiving a job opportunity that just pays more than what I'm earning right now. And it's just wonderful because I know that there's so many people that root for me and so many people that believe in me. And I'm so happy that I get to share this journey with them, the ups and downs. And it's been tough, y'all. It really has been. And I'll probably make a video more in depth where I explain this whole journey and experience a lot more eloquently than I am right now. But I'm just kind of like blurring out my thoughts and speaking to you like a friend. So yeah, I also reached out to 3 of my mentors from college because I really trust them with a lot of things, and they know me best. They know the type of person that I am, so I really wanted to reach out and let them know, like, hey, finally something's going on in my life, and I wanted to update you on it, and also ask for some guidance and just advice on what decisions to make. Oh, baby, I love the way every day, yeah. Guess who just finished her final interview for the Office of Admissions at Nazareth? This girl. Guys, I have so much to update you with. Remember the little dilemma that I was in between the 2 jobs? I rejected the first job because something in my gut said, this isn't for you, and I don't fake stuff. So if I don't like something and I don't feel valued and appreciated, and if I feel like I can grow and be challenged, then I'm not taking it. So rejected the first job opportunity, and I took the risk and just going for the second one and seeing what happens. And I just finished the interview and it was amazing. It was so much fun. Like, I was myself 100%. I had so much confidence. I was happy. I was energetic. I just feel like, how can I not get it? You know what I mean? They'd be losing a charm, to be completely honest with you. So it was really good, and I'm really happy, and I feel really confident. Also, to a lady and her daughter were looking for a job at Dunkin'. So perfect timing because I can train her and prepare her in case I leave. So today is March 5th and I have officially accepted a job position. I am going to be an admissions counselor, mid-regional admissions counselor for Nazareth University. My first day is on the 11th, and today is March 5th, like I said. Yesterday was my last day working at Dunkin' Donuts, and it's just been a journey of making uncomfortable decisions. And I think I'm gonna make a video that is more in depth about the decision process and just a little bit more in details about life post-grad and starting a new job. But it's such a beautiful blessing. I've cried so much. I've been very sensitive, very emotional, very grateful, because this job opportunity is more than what I could have imagined. I mean, the benefits of this job is just amazing. The energy, the team, everything about this role is just right. It feels right for me right now. The salary is incredible, and I'm so grateful for it because it's just amazing. There's also been a lot of beautiful things. Customers have just said the kindest words to me and have encouraged me in this new journey that I'm about to enter. And I just feel very, very loved. And I think, like I said, I'm going to go more in depth about this in a separate video, but I don't think I have the time right now. I have a meeting with my director at 10 to go over the month of March and just what are the expectations and the responsibilities that I'm going to have. It looks like as soon as it's March 11th, I'm going to need to travel to Rochester and Nazareth, and there are a lot of trips that I have to do. So it is amazing that I get to travel, and it's just, I love it. I'm so excited. I'm going to give 100% into this job. I'm going to do my best. I'm so excited that they saw something in me and that they welcomed me into their team, and I just look forward to it. Okay, part 2. I love my job. I love my job and I haven't even started it. Oh my gosh, I just feel so much gratitude. There's so many things I have to do. I have to make a list of just all of these things that are in my head of like, okay, I have to worry about this, I have to focus on this. But I just finished my call with my boss and I just love her already. Just the energy, the atmosphere, the way that they're communicating to me, the resources that they're providing for me, I can just tell I will be thriving in this position. This is the reality of life, that no matter how much you try to prepare for the future, unexpected possibilities will occur. I did not envision the start of my career to be in admissions, but I am grateful that this is my start. If you are having a difficult time during your post-grad journey, just know that you are not alone in feeling all the emotions. We are all trying and we are all doing our best. You got this.